So a couple of days ago, I was just doing my groceries when I got a pop-up notification on my iPhone and I saw the Warriors news update. Immediately, and when I say immediately, I mean like instantly, I did this. The truth is, now this 2022 Warriors team parades a stacked lineup from top to bottom, and when I say stacked, I mean monstars stacked. First off, here, Klay Thompson, the beast of the Bay, the other Splash Brother, is set to return to the court around Christmas, and this definitely gives the Warriors a huge boost, as Steph can finally share the offensive load again with another proven star who's known to excel in big moments. I mean, Klay was averaging about 21 points a game and shot 44% from deep and 90% at the free throw line before he tore his Achilles in the 2019 finals against the Raptors. I mean, recently Klay himself said, "I was playing the best basketball of my life in 2019 when I got hurt. I expect to get back there. Not right away just because that was 100 games worth of work and incredible shape. But when I step back on the floor, I'm going to be a very effective player." Man, just to think we might get to see Klay drop 37 and a quarter again. But anyway, in saying that, in order to get back at full strength, the Warriors training staff needs to be extra careful in managing Klay's health to avoid re-aggravating the injury once he finally steps back on the court. If I were Steve Kerr, the first thing I'd do regarding Klay's injuries is subscribe to Hoop Reports so I can get another assistant coach that'll help me win the 2022 championship. Like dang. The second thing I'd do is I'd put a huge minutes restriction on Klay, maybe about 18 to 20 minutes a game for at least the first couple of games to allow his body to get used to the rigors of the NBA, because it's a lot different to splash threes in practice versus splashing threes when you have some of the most athletic people in the world guarding you. If the Warriors are successful getting Klay back to at least 90% of his former self, every other team in the league has to be wary because this is the man who once dropped 60 against the Pacers in 3 quarters. One half of the Splash Brothers can easily get as hot as a volcano and just become unconscious at any given moment. And I say unconscious, I don't mean this. What I mean is this.
Think about Levine. He's got to make better decisions with the ball.
Klay on a reload three.
The fact of the matter is, having Klay back in the lineup instantly raises the floor of the Warriors to making the playoffs. But moving on here, aside from Klay, there's also another player in the Warriors roster that is going to raise the overall status of the Warriors, and that man sailed the 7 seas with Klay during the offseason.
Got Rook on the boat with me. You don't know a damn thing, but I'm teaching him.
James Wiseman is currently working out with Dejan Milojevic. In case you don't know who Milojevic is, he's the man responsible for coaching the 2021 MVP, Nikola Jokic, and for teaching him a lot of big man fundamentals such as footwork and positioning. In Nikola's second season in the league, he averaged about 17 points and 10 rebounds while shooting about 58% from the field. It ain't just skills that Wiseman improved upon during the offseason. The man bulked up. He's put on like 10 pounds of muscle so he can bang with some of the bigger centers in the league. And even more importantly, Wiseman is locked into making an impact with the Warriors in 2022. The young center recently said on how he'll improve this season. Just really to simplify my game, play my role to the best of my ability, and just like get as much sessions in as I can with Klay and Steph in terms of pick and roll so we can have that chemistry on the court so that it can be just a 1-2 combo every time. In addition, Wiseman also said that he's improving his defense, and specifically he said, basically just reading the patterns on defense, making sure that I can call out the patterns on defense and staying out of foul trouble. So just defending without fouling and just using my verticality more, because I could be a threat at the rim if I use that correctly. Now, if Wiseman can improve his offense and defense in 2022, along with Klay being Klay, and with Steph being Steph, this should already elevate the Warriors past the first round of the playoffs. Am I right? Or am I right? Anyway, next up, like I mentioned earlier, the Warriors have added some new faces during the offseason to upgrade their lineup next season. And one of these great acquisitions was Otto Porter Jr.
Oh my goodness. All I know is
Okay, So he may have made it into Shaqtin' a Fool a few years ago, but seriously guys, this is a dude who's capable of getting $100 million contracts, and he signed onto the Warriors for the veterans minimum. So before OPJ was hobbled by injuries in the last few years, he was a man who consistently averaged double figures in scoring and shot over 40% from three-point range. OPJ will definitely play a huge role whether as a starter or as a second unit guy because of his versatility on both ends of the floor. At 6'8", OPJ can defend smaller guards as he has the lateral quickness to keep in and step with them, as well as the big guys on the block by using both his weight and length. If OPJ can stay healthy, the Warriors are getting past the second round of the playoffs. And speaking of health, this is what OPJ said recently regarding that topic. "I'm feeling really good. The body is in good condition. I'm able to actually get in the gym and put in the work. It's been tough to do the last couple of years because of COVID, but this year, as soon as the season was over with, actually before the season was over with, I was getting my body in tip-top shape." Now that we have talked about Wiseman, OPJ, and Klay, it is also important to take note that the Warriors need to build some chemistry in order to have a successful campaign next season. What I like about this version of the Warriors is that they have a healthy mix of seasoned vets and a bunch of young guns who are ready and hungry to prove their worth to the team. Dre and Andre Iguodala can be big brothers to their rookies like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, while Jordan Poole is already taking lessons from Steph on how to become a little splash brother. Speaking of young talents, Jonathan Kuminga was one of those who showcased his brilliance early on, as evidenced by his strong showing at the California Classic Summer League last August. Over the course of 5 games, Kuminga tallied a stat line of 17.4 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.6 steals, while shooting almost 40% from the field. But despite these impressive numbers, Kuminga only shot 27.3% from deep. It's not a secret that the Warriors' offensive philosophy revolves around three-point shooting, people movement, and floor spacing. It is extremely crucial for Kuminga to add the three-pointer in his arsenal in order to make him a capable 3-and-D player. And this is the huge question for the 2022 Warriors. Can Kuminga start hitting his threes with respectable efficiency? Defensively, he's already capable of guarding at least 1 through 4, and probably the 5 as well in many situations. If he can start hitting threes as well, my God, guys, the Warriors and the Lakers are going to put on a show in the Western Conference Finals. We're going to move on though. Aside from Kuminga, another guy on the roster that needs to improve his three-point shooting is Draymond Green. After shooting the ball from deep from as high as 38.8% during the 2015-2016 season, Draymond's three-point percentages have significantly sunk and dipped to new lows. What the heck was this?
Oh, still looking for Steph. Now Draymond's got it.
What did he do that for?
Draymond shot a 3 with...
Fortunately, Draymond has been working his butt off this offseason and adding some range to his game, according to Steve Kerr. I rebounded for Draymond's pregame the other day for his shooting routine. First time I've ever done. I'm not kidding, Draymond is shooting the hell out of the ball. Whether it's in drills, he is playing with a ton of confidence. I think the last couple months were so good for him after what was a tough season last year. In addition, Golden State GM Bob Myers also expressed his full support in Draymond taking threes, and he added that he seems really motivated to add a consistent long-range game to his bag-full arsenal. We've seen Draymond shoot. He's capable, Myers said. We're not asking somebody to do something they haven't done. When we sat with him during exit interviews, I said, "Draymond, if you were me talking to yourself, what would you say?" And he said, "Shoot the damn ball. I need you to score." The truth of the matter is if Draymond is going to hit his threes, then along with all the other stuff I said, the Warriors have a good chance of winning the championship. Yeah, I said it. You can either agree or disagree with me, or you can watch this video right here, where I go over exactly why the Warriors refuse to trade Wiseman or Kuminga. It's crazy, guys. It's insane. And all you got to do is click the video, watch it, enjoy it. And like always, I'll see you on the other side.